Echoes of Betrayal by Daniel Jappi, Mazwi. Chapter 6. Roots and Roads. The Story of Molly and Me. 23rd March 2003. I first met my childhood friend Molly back in primary school, in the dusty heart of Phelandaba, Bulawayo. Though wealth would later stretch a quiet distance between us, those early years knitted us close, inseparable like sisters. When we moved on to secondary school, fate pulled us apart for 4 years. She attended a private school run by the church, a place said to forge the leaders of industry and nation. Meanwhile, I found myself in a government school known more for producing trench diggers and combi drivers than presidents or CEOs. Still, despite the gulf between our worlds, our bond refused to fray. I dreamed of having a house full of children. Molly, shaped by loss, wanted none. Her mother died giving birth to her, leaving Molly to be raised by her father and stepmother. She always told me they got along, but the shadow of that early loss made her hesitant to bring new life into the world. After secondary school, the wealth that once seemed to separate us softened. We reunited in our late teens at Gweru Teachers College, both training to be secondary school teachers. We lived on campus, speaking the same language, Ndebele, a small island of familiarity in a sea of mostly Shona-speaking students. Molly came from money. You knew it by the way her father brought her to college, driving her to her dormitory doors. That was the mark of a rich family in those days. Poor Molly. Her father would drop her at the dormitory doorstep and leave before she could meet her boyfriend, Dolly, so she never saw him until the coast was clear. Me? My mother would have loved to walk me to the bus terminus in Erinkini and watch me board the chicken bus to Gweru town. But I always gently told her not to worry, I would manage. Those chicken buses were mostly rural lifelines, packed with passengers carrying chickens as gifts for relatives, softening the rough edges of city life with rural pride. No one wanted to look like they were taking charity for granted. They came to the city to live, but they carried their dignity with them. My mother didn't meet Ice until I graduated. Not until he sent his people to ask for my hand in marriage. My family didn't expect to meet a boyfriend until he was ready to become a husband. Before that, boyfriends were just passing shadows, half-rotten marula fruits to be treated with caution. My mother often warned me, boyfriends were like wild marulas, beautiful on the outside, rotten at the core. Molly met her own husband, Dolly, at college. He was Shona, and their conversations danced mostly in English until Molly learned enough Shona to keep up. Dolly never bothered with speaking Ndebele. The clicks were a tongue trap, and he joked he was afraid of biting his tongue off. Like many Shona speakers, the language's sharp clicks scared him away. When Dolly proposed and met Molly's family, there was resistance. In Matabeleland, it was whispered that Shona men didn't stay for life with Ndebele wives. Girls marrying Shona men were warned about the old tales of the retired Shona men who left their wives in the city to live with younger women back home. Sally Mugabe's story was a cautionary tale. When Molly first moved to the UK, she settled in London. But once we reconnected, she moved south to Bournemouth, drawn by my invitation to explore Dorset's beauty. I showed her Bournemouth Beach, Old Harry Rocks in Purbeck, Dancing Ledge in Swanage, Hengistbury Head in Christchurch, New Forest in Hampshire. Each place a new thread stitching our friendship back together. Dorset's charm captured her heart. Soon, we were neighbours once more, supporting each other in a foreign land, sisters not just in childhood, but across continents.